How do you break that up once you have sort of decades of this stuff going on, where these Marxists have taken over the highest echelons of all of these institutions in our government?
Well, you have to, well, first of all, you do need the executive branch, because these agencies, whether DHS, DOJ, FBI, all of these are part of the executive branch. There's some congressional oversight, and of course, Congress can do its job and should do its job to do exposés. But the truth of it is, if you get the executive branch, you then need to have the kind of bureaucratic infighters that can sort of go in with a blowtorch into these agencies. Because what's happened is the structure of incentives is what is really perverted. By and large, the ordinary FBI agent is told, if you want to be a company man, if you want to get a promotion, you want to get a bonus at the end of the year, you don't want to be seen as a troublemaker, okay, your focus should be January 6th and not, let's say, child trafficking. And number two, don't worry about whether the person that you're making an arrest of is a good guy or a bad guy. We'll let the courts figure that out. Your job is just operational. To carry out an arrest, this is kind of how we do it by the book. It's 5:45 in the morning. We have a battering ram. We knock once on the door. If no answer, we go right through the door. So you've got to learn, this is our procedure. This is our process. This is how you get to be a good guy who kind of follows the orders of the team and earns your FBI badge that way. So this is the corrupt incentives that are now built into these massive sort of governmental corporations, and we need to go inside of them and change the incentives. And that's not easy to do. It takes sort of bureaucratic infighters to do that, but it can be done.
So how do they use Marxism to further their destruction or the ideas thereof?
Well, Marxism supplies the kind of general template. So under Marx, society is divided between two camps, the exploiter and the exploited. So this is the aspect of Marxism, the social division, the legitimation of hatred and violence toward the so-called exploiting class. Now, for Marx, that exploiting class were the bourgeois, the greedy capitalists, and the exploited were the working class. But I think what happened in America is that a lot of leftists realize that there are racial divisions, gender divisions in America that run deeper than class divisions. The ordinary working class guy doesn't want to kill his boss. He wants to become the boss. He wants to be promoted. He wants to get a bonus, and he wants to get ahead. So it is easier in this country to foster division if you don't say class, but you say race. And so what's happened is the left in this country has tried to divide society not just two ways, not just between rich and poor, which is the Marxist idea, but black against white, male against female, heterosexual against gay, now the transgender issue. So it's a modified form of Marxism, not classical Marxism, but Marxism with a kind of racial and gender spin.